Chapter 6 of Exodus, verse 1. Then the Lord said to Moses, "You shall soon see what I will do to Pharaoh. He shall let them go because of a greater might. Indeed, because of a greater might, he shall drive them from his land." End quote. The Lord God is our unchecked ego. It is our so often hateful megalomania. It is the newborn God awakening in a too long enslaved and beaten beast. "Hey Moses, we'll show the fucking Pharaoh. I'm Mimi, the god of your direct ancestors. I'll take you to my people. We'll breed you 40 years and start fighting for the promised land. I will make you into a mighty army." Moses and Aaron tried to raise the hopes of the Israelites, but the Israelites did not buy it. They were too weak from too much slaving. Verse 9. But when Moses told this to the Israelites, they would not listen to Moses, their spirits crushed by cruel bondage. End quote. The Lord told Moses, "Go tell the Pharaoh to let you depart." "I can't talk very well. Let's get Aaron to do it." So the Lord talked to Aaron and Moses, explaining yet again that they were not to give up. The horror trip was yet to begin. The original mentions the names of the important to the Hebrews for Hebrew freedom movement, our famous incest family. Verse 20. Amram took to wife his father's sister Jochebed, and she bore him Aaron and Moses. End quote. This of course contradicts your narrator's notion that Moses was the grandson of the previous Pharaoh, but your narrator, does not recant. He can't. There are all too often contradictory informations, and in the end one can make it mean what one chooses, for it is but a story. It is not history. And written history is also laced with fiction. But we digress. Moses reminds us once again of his shitty speech, complaining again to his Lord. Verse 3, Moses appealed to the Lord. Verse 30, sorry. Moses appealed to the Lord, saying, "See, I am of impeded speech. How then should Pharaoh heed me?" Well, I know where he's coming from with impeded speech, but we must go on. We all have our shortcomings. And Moses made up for it in other ways, like his mighty might. Did we have anything to say here? No, we've got... we have to mention the contradiction here. There is always two sides of the story, always. It's almost like two stories are intertwined so that you can believe whatever you want to believe, and this happens throughout all the Bible, all the New Testament, and all the Quran. It is typical of these holy scriptures that you have two stories almost exactly opposed to one another going back and forth. And the story about whether or not who Moses' parents were, it's not that important really. There's a very good chance that no one ever existed by the name of Moses. I mean, there's lots of people that name their kids Moses because they think he's somebody great. But really, he's a tyrant. People should be naming their kids Judas, but before we can explain why is that, we got a long way to go. Judas was a nice guy, and Jesus loved him, just in case anybody's wondering. Right? Okay, so we're doing more preparations about getting everybody psyched up here, and I think we'll let it go till the next chapter. Was there anything important to say? Well, you are free to disagree, by the way. Anybody who wants to disagree, they're welcome to do their disagreement in writing underneath the video. That's under there. Or do a video response. That'd be really cool. I'd be right into that. And of course, video response are all pending on whether or not I approve. I will approve them. It's just the settings that YouTube likes to do. Anything, I will approve all. They're already pre-approved, by the way. So, do it.